Frozen is a 2013 American 3D computer animated musical fantasy film produced by the Walt Disney Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. What's good? It's Boy Dude Reviews, and today we're going to review the 53rd Disney animated feature film of Disney canon, inspired by the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale The Snow Queen. And it tells the story of a fearless princess who sets off on a journey alongside a rugged Iceman, his loyal reindeer, and a naive snowman to find her sister, whose icy powers have inadvertently trapped their kingdom, Arendelle, in a never-ending winter. Frozen underwent several story treatments before being commissioned in 2011 with a screenplay written by Jennifer Lee, also co-directed by Chris Buck. The film features the voices of Christian Bale, Inida Menzel, Jonathan Groff, Josh Gad, and Santonio Fontana. Christopher Beck was hired to compose the film's orchestral score, with Robert Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez writing the songs. It premiered in Hollywood, California, November 19, 2013, so 6 years ago. Wow. And went on to general release on November 27th of that same year. It was met with praise for its visuals, screenplay, themes, music, and voice acting. Some film critics consider Frozen to be the best Disney animated feature film since the Disney Studios Renaissance era. The film also achieved significant commercial success, earning $1.276 billion worldwide box office revenue, including $400 million in the US alone. And it went on to surpass Toy Story 3 as the highest grossing film of all time, as well as the highest grossing anime musical film, before being surpassed by the remake of The Lion King. It also ranks as the 15th highest grossing film of all time, the highest grossing film of 2013, and the third highest grossing film in Japan. It was also the highest earning film with a female director in terms of US earnings until Wonder Woman surpassed it, with over 18 million home media sales in 2014. It became the best-selling film of the US. By 2015, Frozen had become the all-time best-selling Blu-ray disc in the US alone, and went on to receive 2 Academy Awards for Best Animated Feature and Best Song for Let It Go, the Golden Globe Awards for Best Animated Feature Film, the BAFTA Award for Best Animated Film, 5 Annie Awards including Best Animated Feature, 2 Grammy Awards for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media, and Best Song Written for Visual Media, Let It Go, 2 Critics' Choice Movie Awards for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score. And yeah, this film, my gosh, it had a big impact. Like, during the spring and summer of 2014, several journalists observed that Frozen was unusually catchy in comparison to the vast majority of films, in that many children in both the US and the UK were watching Frozen so many times that they knew all the songs by heart and kept singing them again and again. And yeah, many famous people like David Cameron, Amy Adams, Ben Affleck, Kevin Costner have all admitted that their kids have been driving them up the wall with the songs from Frozen. And yeah, the cultural impact this film had was just, it was unbelievable. Like I don't think anyone has seen a film by Disney like have such an impact since The Lion King. If anything, I think Frozen had an even grander impact on the world in terms of like being popular and kids just loving the heck out of it. And it's all understandable, because this film is not only one of the best Disney films of all time, it's definitely probably one of the best animated films I've ever seen, you know. And it all comes down to the great storytelling, you know. I love the story and the plot. The plot of this film is very, very gripping and interesting, you know. You have these 2 sisters who just love each other. One of them's got these powers, and I just like the whole dynamic of it. The pacing is really great, and the characters, I feel, really do elevate it. Anna is one of the best female characters. I think possibly the best female character in any Disney film. Like, she's one of my faves, to be honest with you. I also love Elsa as well, and the 2 of them just work really well, and I love the chemistry between them. I love Josh Gad as Olaf. You might think, oh, this guy is annoying, but you get to know him, and he's one of the best sidekicks in any Disney film we've ever seen. I also love Jonathan Groff, who plays Kristoff, and his reindeer, Fen. Like, they're just great. I love the animation on Fen, like the reindeer. Like, he may not have any dialogue, but you understand what he's saying and thinking. I thought it was really fun, to be honest with you. This movie just has very grand visual effects, particularly when it comes to Let It Go song. Like, it's just what? It's just like, wow, this is animation and it's like best. Like, this animated film is just gorgeous to look at. It's a really, really good film. It's a really epic movie, and just, it is a joy to watch. People have reviewed the heck out of this film, and I'm only reviewing it just because of the Frozen 2 film coming out. And I just gotta say, it's a masterpiece. This one, it's a masterpiece. The songs are just catchy and lovable, and they help tell the story. Like, do you want to build a snowman? I love how the entire song shows you like Anna and Elsa growing up, and it kind of like, it's a good way to like tell the story and give like exposition in a way, and I really did like it. Like, it started off very cheery, then it ended up a bit down and dreary, and I like how it cut nicely to the next song, and it was a good song. Let It Go obviously is a really catchy song, basically telling how Elsa is just like tired of just hiding who she is, and she's just like, you know what, if you don't like me, tough. And that song will speak to a lot of people who feel like they have to hide from the world, who feel like they can't be themselves, and they are embarrassed or ashamed. They don't want to be themselves. But it's just saying, you know what, don't listen to all those people, don't listen to the naysayers, do what you want to do, be you and be great. And it has a great message and all that. Just it's a great film. And in all honesty, the only thing that does tick me off is the twist. There's a villain who isn't meant to be bad at first, but then it's revealed that he is evil, and it's not a bad twist because you can kind of see it happening. You can see the foreshadowing. But in all honesty, if they just had little like moments where they just hinted it, I feel like it would have worked. Like, maybe a smirk now and then, we would have been like, yeah, now we get it. But it was like they completely changed character with this, and it was very jarring, and it kind of ruined the character for who he was. It was like, maybe the audience could have seen him plotting his evil schemes behind the scenes, and Anna just doesn't know. But I don't know. But apart from that, this is a masterpiece by Disney Animation. I actually prefer it more than The Lion King, just because I will admit The Lion King's animation is a bit more vibrant and colourful and poppy, and I do like the story in that one. But this one is just, I don't know, it has this flair. I think it just has this, when you watch a film and it has that spark you can't really explain. Maybe it is those catchy songs and they're really likable characters that I just like, and it just makes me happy. It's a feel-good film, and you don't have to be a little 6-year-old girl to love it. It's suitable for all ages, and it's definitely going to get a 10 out of 10 and an A star for me. I highly recommend getting it on Blu-ray, but you've probably already seen it. It's been out for years, 6 years now, and we're finally getting the sequel. I'm going to watch it later on in the day and review it and get my opinions. And thanks for watching the review. Please, like I said, this video, comment down below and tell me what's your favorite Disney flick. This actually might be one of mine, definitely my top 5. But thanks for watching. As always, Border Review signing out.